3 centuries ago, a company conquered an empire. It had a board of directors, a logo, and stock options, just like any corporation today. It didn't invade for ideology, it invaded for quarterly profit. And when the numbers went up, millions of innocent people suffered. You've heard of it. You just never saw how modern it was. And in this video, we will explore how tech companies are following its blueprint, stage by stage. The year is 1803. The East India Company has 260,000 soldiers. Britain's actual army? 95,000. This private company has almost 3 times more firepower than their own government. They're governing 250 million people, 1 out of every 5 humans on Earth. But here's what keeps me up at night. They didn't start this way. They started as 218 merchants who just wanted to trade spices. No army, no empire, just business. So what happened? How does a spice company end up conquering half of India? The answer is a 5-stage pattern, and tech companies today are following the exact same path. Let's break it down. Stage 1, legitimate service. Queen Elizabeth gives them a monopoly on Asian trade. They buy spices cheap, sell them expensive. Everyone's happy. They're creating value. Stage 2, market dominance. By 1700, they're importing 1.7 million pounds worth of Indian textiles per year, a 3,200% increase in 40 years. They're printing money. But they're still just merchants. Stage 3, the turning point. Battle of Plassey. Their man Clive bribes enemy generals, wins a battle he should have lost, and suddenly they control Bengal, one of the richest regions in India. And here's where everything changes. They realize, wait, we can just take things? Stage 4, the flywheel. They use Bengal's wealth to build an army. That army conquers more territory. More territory means more wealth. More wealth means a bigger army. Watch how fast this compounds. 1757, 3,000 soldiers. 1803, 260,000. An 87 times increase in 46 years. Stage 5, pure extraction. Now they're not creating value, they're extracting it. Eliminate competition, and you don't need to serve customers. You just take. Okay, quick test. Before I tell you what happened next, guess their profit margin at peak. 30% for running a country. So what does it look like when a corporation optimizes purely for profit while running a government? The 1770 Bengal famine. 10 million people die, a third of the population. And during the famine, the company keeps collecting taxes. In some areas, they increase them because they have revenue targets to hit back in London. Officials literally wrote, "People are starving, but we're meeting our numbers." That's not evil people making evil choices. That's the system working exactly as designed. When you answer to shareholders, not citizens, profit beats people every time. And then the opium business. They force Indian farmers to grow opium. They smuggle it into China, creating millions of addicts. When China tries to ban it, Britain goes to war twice to keep the drug trade open. At peak, opium was 15% of their revenue, about $500 million a year in today's money. They were running a state-sponsored drug cartel. One governor bought the Pitt diamond with company money. It's now in the French crown jewels. So if you ever visit the Louvre,
Remember, that rock was bought with opium money. But here's the data that shows the real damage. 1700, India accounts for 24% of global GDP. 1870, 12. 1947, 3. One of the largest wealth transfers in human history.
So, could this happen today? Obviously, no company's getting an army, but look at this. The 5 stages applied to tech. Stage 1, legitimate service. Google created amazing search. Facebook connected friends. Amazon made shopping easy. Stage 2, market dominance. Google owns 92% of global search. Meta has 3 billion users. Amazon runs 40% of US e-commerce. Stage 3, the turning point. Then comes the shift. They stop shaping products and start shaping reality. What you read, who you meet, what you believe, all filtered by invisible code. Stage 4, the flywheel. Network effects. More users to more data to better product to more users. The loop feeds itself faster every year. Stage 5, extraction. Remember how the company profited from addiction? Tech companies have internal research showing their platforms can be psychologically addictive, especially for teenagers. They prioritized engagement anyway because engagement means ad revenue. Different product, same pattern. The East India Company answered to shareholders, not citizens. Facebook has 3 billion users. None vote on how it's governed. When YouTube changes its algorithm or Twitter its rules, those decisions affect millions who have no say. It's algorithmic governance by unelected corporations. Now, yes, governments are stronger today. We have regulations, public awareness. But remember, the company got its monopoly from the crown. Modern governments allow tech monopolies by choosing not to break them up. History doesn't repeat exactly, but it rhymes.
So here's what I want you to take away. The pattern: legitimate service to dominance to monopoly to flywheel to extraction. Not just history, a framework you can use to analyze any company. The warning: when we let corporations gain too much power without accountability, the results can be catastrophic. The form changes, the dynamics don't. Here is a challenge. For you in the next week, whenever you see news about corporate power, an antitrust case, a policy change, ask yourself, what stage is this company in? That's what this channel is about, developing pattern recognition that helps you understand the present. If pattern recognition for business sounds valuable, subscribe. I do this every week. Different companies, different eras, same framework. Next video in the series: the Dutch East India Company, worth 7.9 trillion, and they invented the stock market. Or, if you like to explore a different topic, comment your topic in the comment sections. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.